demonstrating where you actually ought to brake to go into the pit lane. Not here, Gabrielli. There.
So the Honda pits fairly early down the pit lane. Vauxhall down at the very end. Let's see what Honda can do. Well, 4.48's absolutely fantastic. But Plato, Tarquini was actually moving before Plato stopped. Plato 4.44, 400ths of a second. And Tarquini, can he get it? Yes!
The battle goes in and out of the pit lane as well. Tarquini still bruised from Jason Plato, shoveling him into the pit lane, tows him back out again.
And it really can't get any better than that.
Down under bridge corner again, funneling through one after the other. Some have had pit stops, some have not. Anthony Reid still out there collecting a point, as he will, for leading the race. Now here's a wheel's eye view from Rademacher's car.
I have a bunch there. I'm not sure right or left. Right here or front, but we have to change both right side, I think.
Well, that little puff of blue smoke was the tyre puncturing, and Muller's going to have to go into the pits. Whatever his strategy was, it's all changed.
Almost doesn't go into the pits. Running very wide there.
And I think they're talking about changing all four, because Muller's not sure whether it's one or two wheels are punctured.
We're doing all four. All four.
This will give them a headache. Very big job for the Vauxhall boys to do, and this is going to take more time.
Yes, it is. It's a real change of luck and fortune for Muller. So they've got to take all four wheels off. Remember, there's a limited number of people. Look at those brake discs. It's still absolutely glowing red, and this is in the pit lane. But the clock's ticking away. 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 14.56 seconds. Well, it must have seemed like 14 minutes.
Organised pandemonium there. And Anthony Reid, boy, he's getting really mad now. That's Matt Neal in the way, and he wants the place. This is the battle for fifth. Neal's to the left of us. You can just see his headlights down on the racetrack. But Anthony Reid is desperate to get past, and he's made that stick, has he? Yes, he's got two of them. Right behind him, Rademacher is one of them, Neal is the other. And there is the wheel's eye view once again from Rademacher.
Yes, pit next lap, pit next lap. Okay, next lap. Okay, menu in this time round. Yeah, 1.5 minutes. Standard pit stop front tyres, please.
Well, they sound very calm, but that's the championship we're talking about. Menu's pit stop.
But here's the race leader, Tom Christensen, in his Honda into the pits. So let's see what Honda can do for him. Get him up, get those tyres on, down 5.16. That's probably about the slowest outside of Ivan Muller that we've seen all evening. But it's still good enough to keep him in the lead.
Here's the pit stop that really counts. Alain Menu, first of the Fords in. Inching his way down the pit lane. Feels so slow, but this is key.
Well, at 64 kilometers per hour, that's the maximum speed. Well, somebody's been studying time and motion study at the Ford team. 4.24. It doesn't get any better than that.
Matt Neal coming in as we see Alain Menu disappearing down the pit lane.
And you think the Team Dynamics team had worked hard enough, they had to rebuild a car. This is actually the 98 car. And Matt Neal, well, a little bit late getting off the jacks. And almost loses the engine, but nonetheless back into the field.
And that old car's absolutely flying. It might be an old nail, but it's very, very competitive. This is competitive too. It's Tarquini and it's Plato, and they still won't leave each other alone. Down through Abbey Corner. We're on board with Plato, heading up the hill. Bridge corner. Just a little lift. Dab on the brakes now. Plato trying to lunge through into the complex. This is the lit part of the stadium. Huge crowd gathered. Plato looking, lining him up down the inside. Can he get through? Excuse me. Jason Plato just nuzzles straight into the door of Tarquini. The Tarquini says, not on your life. Flinches. Plato ducks back.
Well, every time one gets the advantage into the corner, the other counters and takes it at the exit of the corner. That's what good motor racing's all about.
These two have been clanking together like a pair of old chains for the whole race long. And once again, Plato behind, Tarquini in front. Still that close through Copse Corner. Very quick right-hander. Tarquini loves to take this wide, and he's taking it wide again. We saw him do that. Oh, here's a new tactic, bit of road rage. Flashing his lights. Get out of my way. I'm in the fast lane. I want you past. Down there's a slower runner there. Tarquini moves. Tarquini is spinning. It works. Flashes lights. Tarquini off.
Well, he was certainly distracted by the lights flashing, but also he had Nick James ahead of him on the Honda. Combination of those two stresses and pressures And well done, Jason. You used the psychology and you got your place.
Well, here's the Tarquini Eyes view of it. Nice save.
But all to no avail. Look at that. Plato goes past, probably laughing himself silly, thinking, well, that was easy. I wonder how many more I can pull that one on.
It'll be 2 fingers next. James Thompson, meantime.
Okay, James, I need a big push from you in this pits, okay? Don't shortchange me. Let's have it right under the 64Ks. Come on, me beauty. That's it. Come on, let's keep it coming. Come on, 64. Come on, push, push, push.
Bit of Olympic spec motivation there for James Thompson. Sounds like a weightlifting coach. Push, push, push.
I thought it was a bit of potty training myself. But in the meantime, Anthony Reid has stayed out. Of course, he picks up that extra point for leading a lap. So let's look at Thompson and the Honda team as he comes in for his one and only service of the evening. 5.5 seconds. Not that brilliant. We've seen better from Honda this evening.
64Ks, that's it. Come on, let's really go, really go, really go. Okay, I want a really fast lap out of here, James. You've got to push as hard as you can. You've got Menu just coming to cops now, okay?
There's the battle at the front end, and James Thompson, as we can hear, is very much a part of it. Being told to get his skates on quickly. He goes down the pit lane exit. Alan Menu will be around here somewhere.
And of course, Alan Menu will have the benefit of those warm tyres.
Problems for David Leslie.
Yes, he's been smoking all evening, and I think this looks like it's going to be a little bit longer than just the average stop for wheels.
Now here's Anthony Reid. The pit crew look around. This is critical.
Reid been languishing in the midfield. We see David Leslie cut across the front, 4.9. Again, a great stop from the Ford team, but Anthony Reid's got a mountain to climb to take the championship away from this man, currently in second place.
Yeah, it's all starting to fall into place, isn't it, for Alain Menu? He needs to hang on to this position now. He doesn't need to win. He just needs to stay in front of Anthony Reid, and the job is done.
And the options that were open to Menu or Rydell at the start of this event were not that great, but they've brought it to themselves. And Menu right now is in position to take the 2000 championship.
As long as he can keep a couple of cars between himself and Anthony Reid, Reid right behind him would make life too complicated, too close for comfort. But as it stands, with Christensen in the lead, Menu up the sharp end and Anthony Reid in the middle of the field, it's really going to fall Menu's way, which is not what we thought at the start of all of this. Back into the complex again. Now look, that's one of the Peugeots is slowing. That's Morrison.
No gears, Paul. All the gears have gone. Buggy round in one gear then. Just finish. Okay.
Well, I tell you, all the gears may be gone in the car, but when it comes to the party tonight, there'll be plenty of gear, and it'll all be liquid.
Well, that's as may be. Christensen, meantime, at the front is still holding off Menu comfortably. Thompson is right behind Alain Menu in third. Then Plato, Reid, and Tarquini. And even so, this isn't working according to plan. Now here's Rademacher and Tarquini again. Down into Maggots and Beckett's. Here's the Beckett's right-hander. Tarquini looking to cover. And Rademacher looking to get past. This is very close indeed. Now they're side by side down the hill. Rademacher moving wide to try to get a run down past Tarquini. Tarquini gives him the squeeze, moves to the inside of the track. Back on board with Rademacher. Abbey Corner is coming up. Stomping on the brakes, dancing down through the gears. Rademacher gets a very good run through there, hangs back and then stands on the gas.
Yeah, he took the very wide entry. Tarquini was very tight, so the advantage is to Rademacher coming up to bridge.
Sweeping through the right-hander. Tarquini with a little blue light, letting us know where he is now. Rademacher lunging down the inside. Contact, sliding sideways. Ladies and gentlemen, take your partners. Synchronized slide there from Rademacher and Tarquini. Beautiful to watch. And Tarquini has lost the place.
And Tarquini certainly left the door open. Rademacher just dived inside. Heavy contact between the Vauxhall and the Honda. But Rademacher's gotten away with it.
Very tough stuff indeed. Scratching their heads on the Honda pit wall. Now here's another look. We're on board with Gabriele Tarquini through bridge and into the left-hander.
And all of a sudden, there he is. Well, we don't see him, but you can certainly see the effect. Massive dig in the left-hand door of Tarquini's Honda.
Makes you feel winded. There's another look. Gabriele Tarquini stands on the power there to stop the car spinning. Buckets of smoke off the front tyres. Well, it's his second great save of the evening, I think, but he did lose the place.
Well, this is how a Honda should look. Tom